Check. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to High Top Sports Network for this evening's presentation of Heritage Conference Varsity Football. Tonight featuring the West Shamokin Wolves in their home opener, hosting the Purchase Line Red Dragons. My name is Josh Schrettengast. Thanks for tuning in. To my right, my cousin Stephanie, helping out tonight because Logan stiffed me. He got stuck at work, so Steph on the camera. Stephanie Hayes, a fixture at West Shamokin sporting events and helping me out on the camera tonight. That's what family is for. Thank you, Steph. Much appreciated. So the first drive, we came on right at the end of it. Wolves made a couple of first downs and turned it over on a 4th and 2 incomplete. And now a good run up the middle. Tackle by Osterling there. So another first down for the Red Dragons. 6:34 left here in the first quarter, just underway here in New Mine, Pennsylvania. Nearly offsides there, and West Shamokin jump. Big number 73, I think that's Connor Giovassoni jumping offsides. Wolves penalty right there, not helping their cause.
Penalty offsides is a call against the Wolves. I'll put the ball on the 23-yard line.
So that'll push the ball forward 5 yards for the Red Dragons. And it's now 1st and 4 from the Wolves 23. Rolling out and firing. There's a flag down behind the play. Good coverage by Osterling down the field.
Penalty flag down.
Holding against the Red Dragons, so that'll push it back.
That pass was intended for Jalen Robertson, number 12.
So that one going against Purchase Line. Push them back 10 yards. Will remain first down, 1st and 14.
Holding penalty. That'll put the ball back on the 33-yard line.
You can see there in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, High Top Sports Network is #MasonStrong. Going to talk a little bit about that tonight. If you donate on the stream, all proceeds go to Mason Martin's family to offset his medical expenses. He is the young Karn City player that was hurt last week, and that play blown up in the backfield by the Wolves. Big tackle by Henry Clark getting into the backfield and pushing the Red Dragons way back now. It's going to be 2nd and about 20. And a deep throw down the field, way out of bounds. Good pressure there by Lou Swartz, getting into the backfield for the Wolves. 3rd and 19 now for the Red Dragons.
5:02 to play in the first quarter of play. Don't forget the concession stand is wide open. They got a lot of goodies down there.
So now 3rd and 19, little bubble screen out to the right. Gonna get some yards there. Chambers down the sideline, picks up a good chunk there, but Red Dragons will be short of a first down. 4:54 left, first quarter.
Drove them out of bounds. So they'll bring up a 4th down. We'll make it 4th and 11 to go for the first down.
4th and 11 now for Purchase Line. And they are going to keep the offense out there. Pretty deep in West Shamokin territory. Don't want to punt it away here to try and keep the chains moving. Number 45, John Ellick, The senior quarterback fires toward the left sideline, intended for Jalen Robertson, but high and incomplete. So each team a turnover on downs here on their first possession of this Heritage Conference matchup. So the Wolves will take over at their own 28-yard line, 1st and 10. They moved the chains a couple of times on that first drive, but ultimately we're not able to convert a 4th and semi-manageable. Purchase line, a couple of first downs themselves, but penalty, a big play by Henry Clark to blow it up in the backfield for a loss. And now that one swung out to Swartz. He starts in the backfield. Swartz skips a tackle, takes 2 men to bring him down every single play, and Swartz with an 11-yard gain for the Wolves and a first down. Lou Swartz, I called him Big Lou, the one-man wrecking crew in the Leader Times preview for West Shamokin football, and that's exactly what he is. 341 yards rushing against Penns Manor, another $180 last week in the loss to United Valley. So that puts Swartz at about, a good 521 yards in the first 2 games of the season. I'd say that's a decent average per game.
Clark, number 33, and a nice run for Clark as he gets down to about the 47-yard line. The first winner on the Ding-a-Lings, $500 a quarter, was ticket number 230, Pat Swartz. Congratulations, Pat. You just won 5. That's
Hand off there to Clark,
running the ball again.
and he is across for a first down.
And Henry picked up another Wolves first
Right, you
down as he gets to the Red Dragons' 48-yard line. So it'll be
First down, and that ball now into Red Dragons territory.
48-yard line.
Hey, you guys have been muted the whole time.
Swartz trying to go outside. He gets down to close to the 45-yard line.
What?
Roxville number 4 along with number 12, Jalen Robertson on the tackle for the Red Dragons. So it'll be second down and 7 to go for the first down.
I don't know why. All you should have to do was be unmuted, you know? I don't know.
Clark, number 33, gets close to the 40-yard line. Roxville on the tackle. So it'll be 3rd and about 3 as officials spotted just shy of the 40-yard line.
Okay. Okay. And then what happens? No levels? When you're talking to the mic, there's no levels.
Swartz trying to go outside, and no gain on the play. So they'll bring up a 4th down. John Eli along with Jalen Robertson on the tackle for the Red Dragons. Swartz trying to go up the middle. And he got down to about the 39-yard line. outs. Number 75, first man in there on the tackle, and the Red Dragons will take over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10, purchase line from their own 39-yard line with 55 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. Quarterback on a keeper, and he's tackled by Lou Swartz as the Red Dragons picked up a first down. The officials will have it spotted on the Wolves' 40-yard line. And the Wolves take a timeout. Well, they have this timeout. The West Shamokin Drama Club will be hosting.
Sorry about that, folks. Trying to help out our friends over at Armstrong get their sound back on. Don't know what happened to it when I left. Everything was working fine, but you know, that's how technology is sometimes. The Wolves turned it over there. Had a couple of first downs in the middle of the field, but unable to convert. Now purchase line moving the other way. A timeout taken on the field, so I'm going to take a timeout and try and get these guys hooked up over at Armstrong so we can get the sound going over there. All right, have you been able to get to the point where it's like you're setting up a username and stuff?
Don't forget, they're going around with the 50-50, and they're going to put their half of what they make to the family of Mason Martin. The mother has breast cancer, and the son has brain damage from the football game last Friday night. I understand that's a great family up there in Karn City. I see all the schools are behind that guy.
All right, well, I think they do have sound now over there at Armstrong. We're back to the action here at West Shamokin. Scoreless. First quarter, 41 seconds left. Handoff right there, hitting the backfield, and the ball's loose. And diving on it is Alec to save it for purchase line. That handoff blown up in the backfield. Number 74 for the Wolves getting in there first.
Dragons recovered the fumble back on the 42-yard line, so it'll be a loss of 2.
And that is Blake Pegg getting in there, forcing the fumble, and he knocked it out of the hands of the running back for purchase line, Brock Small.
Number 74, Blake Pegg, the boy that caused that fumble on a hard hit. And that is the end of the first.
And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Quick moving first quarter here as both teams running the ball effectively in the middle of the field, but nobody able to get deep in the opponent territory. So we're going to head to the second quarter. Scoreless here at West Shamokin. Wolves 1-1 on the season, taking on the purchase line Red Dragons. And they come in with a record of 2-0, a 19-7 win over Cambria Heights in their opener, and a 38-16 win last week against River Valley. So a big test here for the Wolves early in the season in Heritage Conference play. So we'd like to thank our great sponsors for this evening's events. We would like to thank Carson Boyer Funeral Home and Monuments, serving the Rural Valley community and Armstrong County and Indiana County for generations. Thanks to Brian Myers and the fine folks over at Carson Boyer, a big-time sponsor of High Top Sports Network. and a huge sponsor of youth athletics in Armstrong County. So thanks to Brian for always being on board here for our coverage of West Shamokin athletics. We'd also like to thank Phoenix Physical Therapy, Rural Valley and Katanning. Got the office out here in Rural Valley right off 85 before you get to the school if you're coming from Katanning. Brian Brooks, the director out here in Rural Valley, great guy. Also a longtime sponsor of High Top Sports Network. Thank you to Brian and the fine folks at Phoenix Physical Therapy. Purchase line ready to get it underway. Ellick rolls out, fires, got a man just too high. The overthrow there. That was intended for Chambers. And that's going to bring up fourth down for the Red Dragons. Austin Chambers, the senior receiver, he was open, but Ellick just couldn't get him the ball. And Ellick, every time he's missed so far tonight, it has been high. So not something you want to see if you're on the purchase line coaching staff. That usually leads to interceptions. You'd rather your quarterback be missing low, not have that chance to get the ball tipped up in the air or just plain out overthrown and caught by the defense. So now purchase line will punt, first punt of the game. Teams have been going for it on fourth down. And holding, and finally booting it away is Chambers. And letting it roll, and that's going to take a nice purchase line roll down to the 1 yard line. And that was the right play there by West Shamokin. Isaac Schreckengoss, the sophomore back there, he made the right play. You got to let that ball go inside the 10. Just a perfectly placed punt by the Red Dragons. So now the Wolves are going to have to go 99 yards if they want to find pay dirt here in the second quarter. Sometimes you get a bounce, Steph. Sometimes you don't. Usually those ones roll across the goal line and it'll be a touchback, but not tonight. Ellick with a great punt and the ball coming back out here. Oh, wow. Break for the Wolves right there. The ball actually hit a purchase line player in coverage at the 12-yard line. So West Shamokin being moved out of the shadow of their own end zone here. Big time break for the Wolves. And again, you're going to see Ryan Boer at quarterback. Swartz has been in the backfield in a running back position multiple times so far tonight. So maybe a little switch up there by head coach John McCullough. And Swartz going to be a blocker on this play as that's to Henry Clark, and he stopped immediately. Might have lost one. Well, they're going to say picked up a little bit of ground. Don't know if it was a full yard there. Looked about maybe a third of a yard. He didn't get much. So let's see if Boer remains at the quarterback position. Swartz getting out there as a blocking fullback on that particular formation. And Swartz again to Boer's right. So Swartz not taking those direct snaps here on this series at least. He took a pitch earlier from Boer, but was taking the snaps as Clark again is wrapped up by that purchase line, defensive line. Big number 70 in there for the Red Dragons. And that is Xander Stifler, and I saw number 56, Quentin Brooks, in there too. So strong defensive line, especially on that right side for the Dragons. So now the Wolves facing a 3rd and 10. And Swartz will be back to the quarterback position to take the snap from center. Shotgun snap, of course. Oh, wait, Boer. He's going to take it. Swartz splits out as a wide receiver all the way out to the left side wide. And Boer will screen the other way to Ezra Osterling. And he tries to get forward, but purchase line swallows that up quickly. Number 51 for the Red Dragons, Charles Edwards, there first. And coming in to finish off that tackle, number 88, John Hughes. So now the Wolves will be forced to punt. 10 minutes exactly. Well, 10:01 since Ezra went out of bounds. 10:01 left here in the first half. Still scoreless You're watching High Top Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Friday Night Lights. Armstrong and Newcastle on the network. Highlands and Chartiers Valley, as well as Freeport and Quaker Valley, the 4 games we have tonight. Fair caught right at the 50-yard line. Right at midfield, Austin Chambers makes the fair catch. The Purchase line will take over at the 50. So far, a war of attrition. Wolves put together a couple first downs on their first drive, turned it over on downs. Purchase line did the same. Wolves did it again on their second drive. A stop by West Shamokin, then a punt all the way down to the 1, but it actually hit a Purchase line coverage man. So it brought it back out to the 12, but the Wolves unable to move the sticks. Swartz punting it out to midfield. And now Elick, he'll hand off to number 5. That's Chambers, and he doesn't get much. A good tackle from behind. Yeah, I thought that was Xander Wright, actually. Looked like number 15. The PA announcer called Derek Lieberger on that tackle, but Lieberger is actually number 10, so we'll see. And that through the line, that's Boer, I believe, and he's got some room down the sidelines. Osterling, the only guy able to catch him, and Osterling saves a touchdown as Brock Small, I said Boer, I apologize, that's Brock Small taking that misdirection handoff, finding the sidelines, and a nice run of 33 yards for the Purchase line running back, Brock Small. And now the best position for either team tonight so far, inside the Orion Bowser State Farm red zone. Ball at the 19-yard line. The scoreboard says 14, but that's not correct. Elick goes forward. He's across the 10, wrestled down by big number 73, Connor Gervasoni. But a good gain of 5 yards there by Elick on first down. So now inside the 10 are the Dragons. So 2nd and 5 now. Elick, 5 wide receivers for the Dragons. And a timeout called by the Purchase line quarterback. So we'll take a break and mention once again, you see that in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. It says High Top Sports Network is hashtag Mason Strong. Mason Martin, the young man from Karn City who suffered a traumatic injury last week during the Gremlins game against Red Bank Valley. Obviously, Mason's still in the hospital. There was a severe brain bleed that he had suffered, a punctured lung. Had a very trying time for that family, as his mother is also battling cancer. So just a terrible turn of events for the Martin family. Mason has seen an entire state, nation. I've read some stuff from as far away as Tennessee. Prayer meetings being held for Mason, vigils being held. So a very big outpouring of support for that family, and we're trying to do our part here on High Top Sports Network. If you see that little greenish aquamarine button in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, when you go to our website, hightopsportsnetwork.com, it says donate. Anyone who donates tonight, every cent of that donation will be handed off to the Martin family to help them offset, or at least attempt to offset, some of the, I'm sure, staggering medical costs that they're facing right now with their son in the hospital with such just a terrible, traumatic injury. Everyone praying for Mason. And this week, we decided here at High Top Sports Network, you see a lot of schools are wearing purple in the student section. West Shamokin doing the same. We wanted to get on board and try and help out where we could. So if you donate tonight, all of that goes to the Martin family. Elick swings it out to the sideline and in for the touchdown. A completion off of the timeout. Austin Chambers skips in from 9 yards out, and that's the first score of the game here at West Shamokin. 8:26 left in the first quarter. Elick to Chambers, 9-yard touchdown with 8:26 left. First points on the board in favor of Purchase Line. So out for the extra point. Slow snap there, a lot of trouble with it. Oh, rolling out right now. That's Chambers again. Can he get to the pylon? He does. And the 2-point conversion is good. A busted play for the Dragons ends up paying dividends as Chambers picked up the low snap off the ground, got up, realized there was no time for a kick, and Austin Chambers beat the Wolves to that near left pylon, and it is now 8-0 Purchase Line. Wow, unlucky break there for the Wolves, but a smart heads-up play by Chambers. And that's called bailing out your teammate right there. The long snapper for the Red Dragons. I was going to say Golden Lions for some reason. I don't know where that was coming from. For the Red Dragons, he better be the first one congratulating Chambers over there, saying, "Thank you, sir, for picking up that snap and making something out of nothing." So Purchase Line
Number 25 will kick off for the Red Dragons. Clark, along with Streckergoss, back for the Wolves.
and the kickoff taken by Clark. He runs up to the 30-yard line and runs into a swarm of Dragons there at the 30. So that is where West Shamokin will take over, down 8-0 now. Well, it's going to be at the 32 actually, spotted.
2-yard line where they will have first and 10.
So let's see what the offense looks like. Again, Swartz lined up as a running back, so seems like the Wolves are going to try to utilize Swartz not in the quarterback position. Clark takes that off left guard,
4-yard line.
and he's up for about a 2-yard gain there, Henry Clark.
Number 45.
Wow, maybe only a 1-yard gain.
Number 51, Charles.
Oh, no, 2. That's 2. They're very generous here on the scoreboard, giving him 3. Oh, now it's resetting. Scoreboard all over the place here at West Shamokin. I love it.
So it'll be 2nd and 8 to go.
So 2nd and 8 here for the Wolves. Again, Boer taking the snaps as the West Shamokin quarterback tonight. Swartz has been in motion, and he's been taking those pitches, and he's wrapped up. He gets nothing, actually going to lose some yardage. That long pitch by Boer, and you could see the entire defense shift when Swartz goes in motion. I mean, they got 5 guys going his way pretty much everywhere he goes. That's just daring West Shamokin to have the Wolves beat them with somebody besides Lou Swartz. And a timeout taken by the Wolves, 3rd and 9. Ball at the 33-yard line of West Shamokin. And a gorgeous night here at the Wolves Den in New Mine, Pennsylvania. I always say Roll Valley, but Public address announcer said new mind tonight, so I'll take his word for it. He's been doing it a lot longer than me. Now Steph's bringing friends up here. There are people coming with her. So the Wolves coming out of that timeout facing a 3rd down and 9. West Shamokin having trouble converting those 3rd downs. So let's see if the Wolves can make a big play here on 3rd and 9. Want to see if Boer goes to the air. Haven't really seen much outside of a couple of short passes toward Ezra Osterling. Swartz going to split out. He's going to the slot left side. Looks like he's going to have man coverage here. And Boer rolling. Oh, and he's nailed and sacked. What a play by number 12, Jalen Robertson. You could see Boer was looking to turn his body. Swartz was creating separation way down the field. Swartz was probably around the 45-yard line as Boer was trying to roll to his left. It's always tough to roll against your opposite or against your dominant hand. And Boer was trying to turn his body to get ready to throw because Swartz was going to get open. But Robertson, the speed off the edge right there, ends up with a big sack. And that'll force the Wolves into punt formation. Once again, Swartz standing around his 12-yard line. 4th and 16 here. Ball being snapped from the 26. Snap to Swartz. He boots a line drive. And a hop. Oh, misplayed by the return man for Purchase Line, but he falls on it. Lucky for the Red Dragons, Brock Small able to get back and recover that after he muffed the punt off the line drive bounce. So at least for West Shamokin, that pushes Purchase Line another probably 10, 11 yards back from where Small originally contacted the ball. So ball on the 23 for Purchase Line, 6:03 left here in the first half. You're watching High Top Sports Network. Josh Reckengast, alongside my beautiful cousin Stephanie Hayes on the camera tonight. Doing yeoman's work here with the camera. Thank you, Steph.
No problem.
Her son Logan got caught up at work. He was going to help me, a West Shamokin basketball star in his time here. And that ball, about a 7-yard gain on first down. So Purchase Line has been pushing it forward. And one thing that was kind of a strength coming into this season was the line of scrimmage for West Shamokin. They got some big boys down there, Gervasoni, Peg. You've also got number 60, Blake Schaefer down there on the defensive line. And I believe number 52 over there. I don't see a 52 on the screen or on the roster, so Swartz in there, ankle tackle. But Elick's going to have the first down for the Red Dragons. So another conversion for Purchase Line, moves the sticks. I think that's 62 down there when I thought it was 52. And there's no 62 on the roster either, so it does say 52, does it not? Yep. I'm looking at the lineman down there. I don't know who that is. There's no 52 on the roster I was provided, so. But he's still a big kid. I mean, they got some size down there, but Purchase Line's offensive line has been playing very, very well, getting their big bodies out and finding a block. But there's Gervasoni in the backfield. He blows it up. First one back there, causing the running back, Brock Small, to change direction, and he had nowhere to go, swallowed up by the rest of Gervasoni's line mates for a loss right there. So that'll put it behind the chains.
Gervasoni, number 73.
Is it Gervasoni or Gervasoni? I thought it was Gervasoni.
Sorry.
It is Gervasoni, right?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm having multiple disagreements on pronunciations here with the public address announcing. So shotgun snap, Elick looking, batted down, and Chervasoni almost picked that off. The big man got a big paw up there. Didn't even have to jump. He smacked it down, and that ball went off of his chest. I think he thought he might have been able to grab that. But the big guy bats it down. Chervasoni listed at 6'2", 295. And that is a hard young man to move. He just stood straight up, put the hands up, and Elick's pass went right into that big left paw of Connor Chervasoni. So that's going to force a 3rd and 13. 4:04 remaining in the first half. West Shamokin trails purchase line 8-0. Elick under pressure, scrambles out. He's out of the pocket. He's got some room, and he's going to gain some yardage, but a great tackle from behind, saving first down. Number 50, Isaac Slay. Boy, that was a huge play there by Slay. And out comes the purchase line punt unit. Slay never giving up on that play and able to grab Elick by the ankles, 2 yards short of the line to gain. Isaac Slay, a tackling machine this year for the Wolves. And he got a big one right there, as now a punt coming from the Red Dragons. Left-footed kick, fair catch called for, and snagged by Isaac Schreckengost. So the Wolves have 3 minutes, 11 seconds to try and get that touchdown back. Purchase line got into the end zone earlier in this quarter. A 9-yard touchdown pass from Elick to Chambers. And then Austin Chambers was the holder on the point after, a low snap off the ground. And he picked it up and sprinted toward the left near pylon and beat the Wolves D there. So that made it 8-0. That's where we stand right now. So again, Boer taking the snap. Swartz to the, well, he went around, and now Swartz going to chuck it. He's got a man, Osterling deep, and Osterling makes the catch. Ezra Osterling, and he's hauled down inside the purchase line, 15-yard line. That is what Lou Swartz brings to the table. That whole defense sucked in. Ezra kept running, and Lou hit him in stride. A huge play for the Wolves. All the way down to the Red Dragons' 15-yard line. Swartz to Osterling. That's a big boy play right there, and the Wolves needed it. Finally giving something to these West Shamokin fans to cheer for. They've been silent for the majority of the first half. As purchase line has held the Wolves in check, but a big play right there. Now the Wolves inside the Ryan Bowser State Farm red zone. And a pitch out to Swartz again. This time looking to run. Swartz pounds into a man and falls forward. Doesn't get much, but Lou Swartz not afraid to take on defensive linemen. If you're as big as that kid, I wouldn't be afraid to take on anybody in the stadium. Swartz, you could say it, addressing the contact there with big number 77, Peyton Kephart, and bowled him over, knocked him out. I don't see Kephart in the game now. I think he just came off the field. Take the helmet off, get a little air after that one. Taking the Swartz shoulder right to the solar plexus. I'm sure that felt great. So now Lou will split to the right in the slot. Boer takes the snap. Boer looking. Throws the screen. Oh, no, it's intercepted. And that one's going to be taken by Chambers, and an ankle tackle saves a touchdown. Oh, Swartz, he was, oh, no. Boer was thrown to a spot right there, and there were 2 men in the area. Isaac Slay, again, a huge tackle to save a touchdown, but not a good throw there by Boer, right into Chambers' hands. And that's the risk you run on those little bubble screens, is that if a defender sees it and jumps it, or if the throw is off the mark, you know, you can get a guy going the other way with speed and nobody near him, and Slay Again, never giving up on that play. Able to tackle Chambers. Elick splits it out to Chambers and pushed out of bounds. Nice play by Schreckengoss there. Didn't allow Chambers to make a move back toward the middle of the field as we roll to 1:20 left here in the first half. So the Wolves' best chance of the night so far cut short by a Boer interception. Second and 6, Purchase Line content to just let this clock roll. Play clock down to 20. Game clock at 1:02. Elick shouting direction. Second and 6 here for the Red Dragons. Elick pitch over there to Small, and he's met in the backfield. Got away from a man, but Swartz able to come in there and clean it up. So I believe West Shamokin going to use a timeout right here to stop the clock. Try and get that ball back for one more attempt. 8-0 Purchase Line. So next week the Wolves taking on Conemaugh Township. That'll be interesting, a new Heritage Conference edition. Right now, getting some water out there on the field. They haven't, well, there is no timeouts left on the scoreboard. I thought there was, but there's not. I think this is West Shamokin's second timeout. Steph, you're supposed to be taking official stats as well. You didn't know that?
Oh, no. I'm not.
Official stats, camera. You're supposed to be passing me notes, make me sound real smart.
I try.
Well, you're doing a heck of a job here. Filling in, pinch hitting for young Logan.
He's still out.
He's working for a living. He's a young man that never turns down extra hours, that's for sure.
Nope.
Likes that money.
And he's quick 20 walks.
See, I would be picking on him to get on the microphone right now and be like, he'd just be staring at me.
Glaring more like it.
Yeah, glaring. That's a good word. So out of the timeout, 3rd and 6, Purchase Line. Man in motion. Elick fakes the handoff. Elick rolling out, finds Chambers, and that's going to be a first down and more for the Dragons. Chambers having a huge game and just pushed enough to hit the sidelines by Schreckengoss. Boy, oh boy, Chambers having himself a first half. He's got the touchdown catch, the 2-point conversion, the interception, and a couple other big plays. So Austin Chambers, a little bit of everything tonight for the Red Dragons. Doing it all here for Purchase Line in the first half. Ball at the Wolves 32. 39 seconds left here in the first half. You're watching High Top Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in. 3 other games on the network tonight. And a little pass to Small, and Small kind of running away from guys. Guys are whiffing at air right there for West Shamokin. I don't know if the D is a little bit tired from being out there on the field so much, because they have been on the field quite a bit in this first half. But Small right there just kind of really just running away from the Wolves defense. So a first down catch there off the little dump off from Elick to Small, and now Purchase Line will take a timeout. We would like to thank Kurtz & Boyer Funeral Home and Monuments for being a sponsor of tonight's broadcast, as well as Phoenix Physical Therapy, Rural Valley, and Katanning. Also, Armstrong Indoor Athletics, thanks to AIA. If you're not familiar with them, check them out online, aia.team. It is one of the premier training facilities in all of the region, all of Western Pennsylvania, really. A lot of people know AIA from their baseball and softball specialization, coaching, instruction, travel teams. But in January, AIA put in a huge indoor turf, and now they've got training for all types of sports. They got soccer, lacrosse, like little kids, you know. It's not big enough for high school kids to practice those sports in the turf, but youth sports. A lot of soccer teams go in there and practice. Lacrosse, football, anything you really could have. Turf. Oh, and nearly picked off as Elick was looking for Robertson. That throw was behind Robertson anyway. And Schreckengast coming over from that other safety position, jumping in front. And he got both hands on the ball, but again, Elick missing high. And that one just a little too high for Isaac Schreckengast to haul in. And that would have been a bit of momentum there for the Wolves had Schreckengast been able to come down with that pick. But that allows Purchase Line another chance here. 3rd and 2, 25 seconds left on the game clock after the incompletion. Elick in the shotgun. He's got Small to his right. In motion is Chambers. Elick takes the snap. A little bit of pressure. He runs up toward the line of scrimmage, and he is buried by Pegg. And Elick thought he might have a crack right there, but Pegg swallowed him up and drilled him. And Coach McCullum not calling a timeout right here. Why would he? Doesn't want the ball back with 5 seconds left. Last play of the half. Elick fires it up. Ezra Osterling and covers it. That one is picked off at the goal line. Going the other way for the Wolves was Clark, and he gets it out to the 32 before he smacked into the Purchase Line sideline. Elick just tossed that one up for Robertson. And Clark kind of waited underneath it like it was a punt return. Grabbed it on the run, got out to the 32, but Purchase Line able to stop him before he made a huge play. So that'll bring us to the half here on High Top Sports Network. 8-0 Purchase Line, 1 touchdown. All that we've got on the scoreboard in this game. And we're going to stay right here for the halftime show. We'll turn the camera toward midfield. And we'll zoom out, and the bands will do their thing, and we'll get to enjoy one of the great parts of Friday Night Lights. Always love to see the band in the color guard out there. Those folks working just as hard as the athletes on the field. That's what makes high school football so awesome, as these kids come out here and put in just as much effort as their classmates out there on the field. So Purchase Line walking off first, the Wolves being courteous hosts and allowing the Red Dragons into the locker room first. And so now West Shamokin will head to the locker room as the Purchase Line band gets ready to take the field here in New Mine, PA. Thanks for joining us tonight. One more time before we get into the halftime show. You see that little watermark graphic down in the corner, right-hand corner of your screen. High Top Sports Network is Mason Strong, so any donation made tonight to High Top Sports Network will be forwarded directly to Mason Martin's family to help with medical expenses. The community has really rallied around this young man, and we wanted to do our part this week. You'll see it on all 4 of our broadcasts tonight, and you're going to have to donate through our website. You can't do it through Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. Wherever you're watching this, you're going to need to go to hightopsportsnetwork.com, open up this game. You'll see a little green button in the bottom left-hand side. It says donate, and you can donate whatever you want, $1, $10, $100, whatever you're able to give. That money will go directly to the Martin family in this difficult time. So the Purchase Line band on the field. We'll be back for the second half on High Top Sports Network. Josh Schreckengast and Stephanie Hayes with you tonight. We'll see you in a bit. Okay, yeah, so sorry. Let's talk away from the mic. You want to go down and take a session? Let me just...
I'm going to go ask my wife if she wants anything real quick. I'll see you down there.
Exactly. We'll be trading spots. And there's no airflow. Yeah, there's a fan. Yep.
Good evening and welcome to the West Shamokin Marching Band's halftime performance. Tonight we will share a story with you about an enchanted family that carries multi-generational magic at their fingertips. Yet when one of the family members learns that the family is losing their magic, she sets out to discover what is happening and to save her family and their magical house. The West Shamokin Marching Band is under the direction of Mrs. Laura Strayer, assisted by Mr. Robert Chiprian. The West Shamokin Color Guard is under the direction of Mrs. Samantha Sharp, with drill written by Mr. Bob Harris. Up next, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy selections from the Walt Disney's critically acclaimed featured film, Encanto. Drum majors, is your band ready?
going to have the drawing for the 50-50. It's worth $520. Check your yellow ticket. 067275. The last four numbers are 7275. If you have that ticket, it's worth $520. See Michelle Leibarker up here in the press box. For all you people that got tickets on the lottery tickets, it's a green ticket. Check your green ticket. The number is 924070. The last four numbers for the lottery tickets, green ticket 4070. If you have that ticket, come up and see Michelle up here in the press box. Also, those baskets that they were selling, the cheerleaders were selling, it's a green ticket. The first one is 3970100. If you have that ticket, it's down by the ambulance service. The next one, 3970035. If you have that ticket, down by the ambulance service. And the last one for the baskets that the cheerleaders were raffling off is 3970013. Don't forget, the West Shamokin Drama Club will be hosting a spaghetti dinner and basket raffle on Sunday, September the 17th at the New Hope Assembly of God here in New Mine from 4 to 8 p.m.
I wish.
The Drama Club
Camera.
will have a student performance, and all proceeds will go towards this year's musical.
Dark green raffle after. What's that? I need the dark green raffle tickets. Did you win? No, I'm verified. Thank you. 2 weeks ago.
Straight through.
Yeah, so we got
In the middle.
I got it on right at the end of the first shot. And I needed the other stuff. And theirs was more complex. How are you running off that right there? Off the ASD public. That's how I ran my volleyball stream last night. I had this. Yeah.
And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. Folks, hope you enjoyed the bands. We're going to get the camera adjusted here for you. Zoomer in. Pull it up a little bit. There we go. Maybe zoom out just a touch. Hey, there we are. So, Wolves down 8-0 as we begin the second half. Josh Reckengast here with you alongside my cousin Stephanie Hayes. Why didn't Matt come up? Your husband, Matt, I told him he was next on the list. I said you were way last, and I don't mean that to be offensive.
Good luck in him.
But I told Logan, I said the order goes you, your dad, Megan, and then your mom way last.
Rude.
But then I thought, I'm not going to give her a microphone, so we'll be good.
There was a black wall that turned in up here at the
Just
basketball.
joking around with my lovely cousin Steph. She came up here to help me out,
If you lost
so
your
I
ball,
appreciate
you
it.
may claim
Certainly
up
do.
here. See Aaron
And the
Snyder.
Wolves right now will be kicking off to Purchase line. West Shamokin turned the ball over on downs. They took the ball on the opening kickoff of the game. Second half about to get underway. And West Shamokin had one big play to get down the field. They got as close as the Purchase line 15-yard line, but then a turnover on an interception. Boer threw. It looked like an intended bubble screen for Lou Swartz, but he was out. The throw was in front of Swartz and ended up being picked off by the Red Dragons' Austin Chambers, who is having a monster night. Chambers with a touchdown, 2-point conversion, interception, and a couple other big plays for the Red Dragons. So now Ezra Osterling will boot it, and we are underway. A little pooch that's going toward the sideline,
And it's hit up
and
the
grabbed
up
by one of the up men there for the Dragons. I'm trying to see who that was. I think it was number 14.
Owen Misko, the up man, took that ball.
Got the people coming up claiming their winnings, I think, from one of the
Preston Bell,
many drawings going on here
made the
tonight.
tackle. So
Walk in front of the camera,
Red
that's all right.
Dragons will have first and
So the
10.
Dragons going to take over 1st and 10. First possession of the second half.
Official spotted on the 37-yard line.
So that ball spotted now on the purchase line, 37. Purchase line looking to stay undefeated so far in 2023. Beat River Valley last week pretty handily, and now the ball being moved up to the 42, so it must have been a penalty, offsides, I'm being told. So here we go. First play of the second half, first offensive play, and that is Brock Small. Good gainer.
Gets across the 45 down to about the 48-yard line. And he was stopped by corner Gervasani.
So Gervasoni with that first tackle after a 6-yard gain by Small. Playing anything but that today. He's also had a good game in the backfield for the Red Dragons. Snap, short hops in. Elick going to go deep down the sideline. Osterling in coverage, but it's caught and in for a touchdown.
It's complete for a touchdown.
What a throw and what a catch. And guess who? Austin Chambers. An absolute bomb on the money by Elick. Osterling had good coverage, just didn't get his head around. A 52-yard touchdown catch on the first possession of the second half for the Red Dragons. Elick to Chambers. They've hooked up twice now. And I'll tell you what, you couldn't throw it any more perfectly than Elick did right there. And give credit to Chambers not putting his hands up too early and allowing Osterling to realize that and take a swipe at the ball. That's one of the hardest things for a receiver to do. Here's nearly blocked by Clark. And Clark said that went right through my hands. Clark got in there untouched off the edge, nearly blocked that extra point, but it goes through, and that'll make it 15-0 purchase line. After the 52-yard touchdown, Elick to Chambers. Second time they have found the end zone here for the Red Dragons. 11:07, boy, a quick strike there for purchase line, and that little separation there. You know, when it's only a one touchdown game, you can kind of give up a few yards here or there and know that one play you could tie it right up. But now a 2-score game thanks to that quick strike by the Red Dragons.
Henry Clark, number 33, back for the Wolves. Mountain number 25 will kick off for the Red Dragons.
And that boot, oh man, it bounces over the hands of Schreckengoss. He's having trouble finding it. Going all the way across the field, trying to get around the corner, and he can't. And he's hauled down inside the 5-yard line. Oh man, Schreckengoss had all kinds of trouble trying to field that bouncing kickoff. And then when he did get it, his momentum was taking him back toward the West Shamokin end zone, so he just tried to skirt the goal line and beat everybody to the far side. It did not happen. So now the Wolves will start 95 yards away from where they need to be to get back into this ball game. Tough play right there. I mean, that kickoff, it couldn't have bounced more sideways on Schreckengoss 2 or 3 different times.
From their own 5-yard line.
Went left, went right. I mean, It looked like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. He couldn't get his hands on it.
Brewer, number 8, is at quarterback.
So Brewer still in at quarterback. Swartz motions out to the left. He'll be in the slot right now. Also in motion right there is the handoff to Schreckengoss. He's trying to find the edge. Schreckengoss getting out to around the 9-yard line. He's pushed out of bounds there by Purchase Line.
Around the 9-yard line, so we'll give him 4 yards.
And Small going to be the credited tackler right there. And now we have a stoppage.
Austin Chambers, number 5, made the tackle on the last play.
Didn't see any flags come on the field, but the official stops the clock. And a holding call going against the Wolves. Ouch.
Penalty is a call.
Where do you see a flag there, Steph?
And
Oh,
it's
in the middle of the
against
field.
Wolves.
It's laying right on the goalie box line there, which is also yellow. I didn't see it come out. Eagle-eyed Stephanie Hayes over here spotting it for me. You should come deer hunting with me.
I should.
You'd be helpful because I would most likely be asleep, and you could just kind of nudge me.
Yeah. Shoot now, shoot now.
So the Wolves pushed back even further now. Well, it's gonna be a spot foul, so it's gonna only, let's see, half the distance. Gonna lose about 2.5 yards. It'll be spotted just inside the Wolves' 3.
The Wolves,
So West
3-yard
Shamokin
line.
pushed back deep into their own territory right now, and now Boer has Clark to his left and Swartz to the right. Swartz going out wide. Swartz looking for that bubble screen. They tried to get in there, and Swartz is able to get it, stays on his feet, skirts the sidelines, the ball pops out. Elick hit him at the very end. Oh, and they spotted him way back there. I thought he got past that. Lou Swartz was tiptoeing on the sidelines of the officials. Not generous with that spot. I really thought he was still in bounds there. I mean, they're down on the field. I'm up here, so what can you say? They have a better view. But Swartz doing his best right there to stay in bounds. Second and 4 now. After that 9-yard pickup on first down, the bubble screen out to Lou Swartz again to Boer's right. Swartz now around the fake pitch, an inside handoff to Clark. He's up and near a first down. Looks like it's going to be third and short.
Of the first down.
Right around the West Shamokin 15-yard line.
Number 51 made the tackle. So it'd be third down, third and a short one for the first down.
Third and a short one for the Wolves. And they need to put a sustained drive together right now. This Purchase Line came out of the locker room, hit a big play for a touchdown, 52-yarder. Through the air, Elick to Chambers. Swartz wrapping around. Here's the inside handoff again to Clark, and he's going to get that West Shamokin first down as he's over the 15 up to the 16. And ball spotted right around the Wolves 17. So using Swartz as a decoy the last couple of plays here. And getting those inside handoffs to Clark.
So it'll be first and 10. The ball
A hard runner is Henry Clark. Going down on one knee here. I hurt my foot. Didn't feel good to go down on one knee, but we're doing it right now. Swartz out to the left, going to be wide again. See if it's that tunnel screen. Nope, Swartz going to run it, and they're going to take a shot, and Boer way overthrown. Boer.
Number 7 incomplete.
I don't know who that was intended for, honestly, if that was for Ezra or Lou Swartz. I mean, Boer kind of was between them
We still have
and well overthrown.
basket left on that green ticket, 3970100. There's one basket left, 3970100. If you have that ticket, you may claim it down around the ambulance service.
So the Wolves now facing a 2nd and 10. Ezra Osterling split wide left. Lou Swartz in the backfield, or excuse me, split wide right. Lou Swartz in the backfield to the right. Here's the pass to Ezra Osterling. He stays on his feet, but he's stopped right around the 21-yard line maybe. Osterling comes up grabbing that wrist.
I'll bring up a third down.
So it's third and about 7.
Third and 5 to go.
Third and
for the
5.
first
Wow.
down.
Good spot there for the Wolves. Third and about 5. Maybe a long 5 there, maybe 6. Either way. A 5-yard pickup there on second down. So the Wolves trying to keep those chains moving. Got the first down to get out of the shadow of their own end zone, but need 5 here. Lou Swartz, wide right. Swartz, that ball thrown up in the air by Booher, and again overthrown. Too long for Lou Swartz. Got to give him a chance to make a play there. And Booher, obviously a young guy in there taking those snaps at quarterback. First time this season.
So it'll be fourth down. Lou Swartz, number 2, back to punt for the Wolves.
Yeah, Booher in there at quarterback tonight. Just a sophomore, 5'8", 160. Now Swartz back to punt on 4th and 5. Swartz, another line drive boot. And that will jump out of bounds right at the 40. A nice spot there again for West Shamokin. I thought that went out around the 43.
First and 10 with 8:50
Hey, 3 yards
to go
here,
in the
2 yards there, you never know. So again, folks, you can see down on your screen at the bottom there, High Top Sports Network is Mason Strong. Any donations made during tonight's broadcast or any of our broadcasts on the network will be forwarded directly to the family of Mason Martin as he continues to battle through the traumatic injury he suffered during last week's Karn City Red Bank Valley game. I'm sure you've seen something on the news or something on social media about that young man, so we'd like to help out any way we can here on High Top Sports Network.
That's the quarterback on the keeper.
So feel free to donate. Everything will go
Lou Swartz on the
to the Martin
tackle.
family as
They
Elick
picked up a first
direct
down.
snap, takes the
The
run,
ball
and will get about
on the Wolves'
11 yards.
yard line.
Yes, he does. Gets 11. Elick moves the chains for the Red Dragons as we wind the clock to 8 minutes left here in the third quarter. A little out-of-town score update for you. Riverhawks down 19-8 right now to Newcastle, a team they blew out last year, but, 19-11. Sorry, I had to get back live there. A field goal right before the end of the first half. It's halftime there. Elick handing it off to Small. Small bouncing around, trying to find some room.
Carrying the ball. gets
And
out
he
to the
makes
45-yard line.
a pretty decent gain out of what looked like a whole lot of nothing.
Rocco Buffoon, number 34 on the
Oh, a
tackle.
friend of High Top Sports Network, Rocco Buffone, getting in there and making the tackle. Rocco has taken some photos at different sporting events for us. As many people know, we do the Leader Time Sports section as well, and Rocco contributed his photography last, I believe it was basketball season. So Rocco getting in there and making that tackle. 2nd and 6. Right at the West Shamokin 45-yard line. Man in motion. Elick keeps it, plows ahead into the pile, going nowhere.
Number 45,
And the whistle
quarterback on the
blows.
keeper. He gets out to about the 44-yard
Forward
line.
progress is stopped.
Now bring up a third down. We'll make it 3rd and 5 to go for the first down.
So Purchase Line doing, taking their time there when that play clock resets. You know, they're winding off 15, 20 seconds every single play. The Wolves need a big stop here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5, 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Elick drops back, rolls to his right, Swartz dives at him, can't grab him. Elick still on his feet.
On the keeper.
And he's finally hauled down by Clark after a purchase line first down. Elick running hard right there. Swartz took a flying leap at him in the backfield right there, but couldn't get his hands on him. And then Elick drug a couple of Wolves with him up over the line to gain with a first down. So now the Dragons started this drive at their own 40-yard line, pick up their second first down of the drive. And we'll see what's going on here. Timeout taken by the Red Dragons of Purchase Line. Moving the ball well here in the third quarter. Thanks so much to Carson Boyer Funeral Home and Monuments, Brian Myers, all the fine folks over at Carson Boyer. Appreciate them for being a sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Also, thank you to Phoenix Physical Therapy.
Check your yellow ticket.
Katanning and Roll Valley. The public address announcer screaming that no one's claimed the 50-50 yet. I mean, I'll gladly go claim it if nobody's going to claim it, but I didn't buy a ticket. Does that matter? See, what's he good for? So, an impassioned plea by the public address announcer here at the Wolves Den. Someone claim this money. Well, teams getting back on the field after the purchase line timeout. And on first and 10, 5:25 left here, third quarter. Elick handing off to Small. He's smacked by Lou Swartz, but not until he picks up, looks like about 4 there.
Number 2, Lou Swartz on the tackle. Now bring up a second down, 2nd and 6 to go for the first down.
So it was a 4-yard gain there for Small.
Ball is on the 33-yard line.
And to the 33 again. Red Dragons just taking their time in the huddle, just bleeding that clock. And they're going to get up to the line of scrimmage with about 12 seconds on that play clock. And they'll wind it down all the way to 5 before the snap. Handoff to Small. Small's got some room, found a crack. Small into the end zone for a purchase line touchdown. Red Dragons strike again from 33 yards out. Brock Small found a crack on that right side, hit the second level and accelerated into the end zone for the touchdown. That makes it 21 for the Red Dragons, 0 for the Wolves. Extra point attempt coming up. Last one nearly blocked by Henry Clark. In to kick it is Jacob Mountain, the junior kicker. Clark again creeping into that left edge. Clark again in untouched, and he blocks that one. Oh, and Clark comes up grabbing his knee. Oh, no, it's a cramp. It's a cramp. Oh, boy. That was scary. Yeah, it's a cramp. It's a cramp because he pointed. At first, I thought he was pointing to his knee, but he's going to get it worked out there. Ezra Osterling, Johnny on the spot, trying to get that calf of Clark stretched out. But look, he got in again off that left side as the athletic staff, trainer Jen Blystone going out there with head coach John McCullough and checking to see if Henry Clark is okay. And he pointed right to it, and that's why I thought knee. But then as soon as I saw, I think it was Ezra out there trying to work his toes back, I knew it was the cramp. So Clark walking off under his own power, definitely just cramped up. Still muggy here, even though it's early September. Still got that mugginess, stickiness in the air. Easy to cramp in weather like this. And Clark, give him credit, beat it off the left side again, untouched. and got in there and blocked that point after. But when all is said and done, purchase line into the end zone again. This time, a 33-yard touchdown run from running back Brock Small, the senior, number 4, gets in there. And that was a nice run off. Looked like it was off right guard.
Ticket number 295, Tammy Pelmo, PLMO.
So purchase line, one of the few teams that has their stats completely updated, which is awesome. And Brock Small, coming into this game, averaging 121 yards on the ground per game, 3 touchdowns. That's his 4th of the season. Elick, through the air, came into this game 20 of 31 for 253 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's got 2 through the air tonight. Chambers definitely having his biggest night of the season through the air. And there's a nice move on the return and bringing it out for the Wolves, trying to get to the sideline and hauled down at the purchase line. 42 was Hunter Winghart. Nice return there by Winghart, taking it all the way into purchase line territory.
Returned by number 6, Hunter Wingard. So it'll be first and 10
Hunter
Wolves
Wingard
from the Red Dragons,
gets the
42
Wolves into their
yard line.
best starting field position of the day. Let's see if West Shamokin can finally crack it, break through, and get onto the scoreboard. And Boer looking over the middle, high throw over the outstretched hands of Isaac
That
Schreckengast.
pass was intended for Isaac Schreckengast, just out of his reach. So they'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now for the Wolves.
Pass complete to Swartz.
Short completion there to Lou Swartz.
Just shy of the 40-yard line. We'll mark it at the 41. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. We'll make a 3rd and 9 to go for the first down.
Well, that's a 3rd and 9 now that the Wolves are facing. As I push myself back up to my feet, barely. That hurt. Just waiting to see if there was another chair in there, Steph. I don't see one.
I don't either.
Yeah. I should have brought one of my little collapsible stools. We have those. Didn't think about being on the landing, though. Although I like it out here when it's not raining or windy or snowing. It's pretty nice. Internet seems strong, so that's a good thing. So now a 3rd and 9. Big play for West Shamokin. 3:20 left in the 3rd. And firing it right through the hands of Schreckengast. And you could see that Schreckengast had his head turned before securing that ball. And Schreckengast, I mean, that's just natural instinct. You want to make a play as quickly as you can, but number 1, you got to secure that pigskin. And Schreckengast was unable to do that, so Wolves now facing a 4th and 9, and Coach McCullough going to go for it here. Don't want to waste that great field position set up by the return of Wingert. So let's see who's out. Schreckengast out wide to the left. Ezra Osterling near side to the right. Swartz splitting out slot left. Boer takes the snap. Good protection. Boer going to let it fly. And it's into the hands. Oh, and out of the hands of Lou Swartz. Oh my goodness gracious. That was Boer's best throw of the night. And the normally sure-handed Lou Swartz can't come up with it. as the Wolves turn it over on downs. 3:10 left here in the third, and Lou Swartz will be seeing that one in his dreams tonight. Yes, exactly. Steph, very apropos. More like his nightmares, because that, I'll tell you what, Boer got good protection there from the line of scrimmage. Great pass blocking by the offensive line of West Shamokin, kind of formed a nice little crescent around him, the perfect U-shaped pocket. Boer stepped up and delivered a strike, and as soon as you saw that ball, Swartz was running under it. You're thinking touchdown. I know that's what I was thinking. And I'm sure Lou was thinking that too, but again, just like Shrekagos, the play before, you gotta secure the ball. So Swartz in there and taking out his aggression on Small on that play. Looked like Gervasoni got Small's legs, and Swartz came in there and took him high and finished it off. A gain of barely a yard there.
Number 73, along with Swartz on the tackle.
So a couple of really tough breaks for the Wolves on that last possession. Shrekagos with a drop right near the first down marker, and then Swartz dropping what would have been, I'm going to say, a short touchdown, because I don't think he was getting caught. So Elick takes the snap, hands off to Small, runs into a pile, and crushed from behind by number 15 for the Wolves.
On the tackle for the loss. So they'll bring up a
Derek Leibarger coming in there and pounding Small to the turf. So 3rd and 10, well, the defense for the Wolves, at least on the first two plays of this Red Dragons possession, looking highly fired up. And that's what happens when, these guys are playing both sides of the ball, but defense takes a lot out of you. And the West Shamokin defense, I mean, granted, Purchase Lions hit a couple big plays for touchdowns. They haven't been on the field as much. Oh, my goodness, what a hit on Elick, but somehow he delivers a strike. And it's going to be a first down for Purchase Line. Unreal. What a throw by Elick as he took a shot right into the chest. I think it was Clark getting in there and just absolutely drilling Elick. But Elick, the senior, delivering a ball on the money to Jacob Mountain, kicker / wide receiver. Unbelievable play there by Elick. He has been good in this second half. Had a big run for a key first down, had that perfect throw to Chambers for the 52-yard touchdown to start this second half. And then right there, taking a shot as Henry Clark came in, drilled him perfectly in the ribs as he was letting the ball go, but got it out to Mountain for the first down. Handoff here, Small. Small's got a crack. Small cuts it back to the middle. Shrekagos misses. And coming up from behind is Leibarger to make the saving tackle, but not before Small picks up 19 yards. Excuse me, that's more than 19 yards. I can't add 24 yards there, Steph. You know, it was a 5-yard difference. I said 19. It was really 24. Small having a good game on the ground for the Red Dragons. We're under 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter. You're watching High Top Sports Network. Josh Rettenhoff alongside Stephanie Hayes on the camera. And some witty commentary without a microphone, but I'll pass it along to the folks out there. 10 seconds left here in the third. Elick going to take one more snap, it looks like, before the end of the quarter. And he cuts it back inside. Elick's got some room and tripped up at the very, very last moment by number 50 for West Shamokin, Isaac Slay. And that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter here at the Wolves' Den. 21-0, Purchase Line in front. Wolves going to need quite a comeback here in the fourth quarter to avoid their second loss of the season. Meanwhile, Red Dragons aiming to stay undefeated on the year. Thanks again to all of our great sponsors this football season. Bird's Foot Golf Club. I'll put a graphic up there for Bird's Foot. They have sponsored quite a few things for us so far this fall and over the summertime. We did High Top Sports Network Year in Review and the High Topper Award Show over the summer. Bird's Foot, the title sponsor of that. Well, I'm just going to say it was an undertaking. Joe Rhodes not sleeping for days on end, cutting video and putting that whole thing together. That was Joe's brainchild and did a fantastic job executing it. So we want to thank Bird's Foot for being the title sponsor of that, and of course a sponsor of all of our broadcasts here in the fall. And we've played a few rounds out there over the summer. More than a few, actually. Several. And we'll just bring it down a little bit because that's a pretty large image, so we'll get it up there and thank our awesome friends at Bird's Foot. Travis Lindsay, the owner out there, very supportive of what we do here on High Top Sports Network. So Bird's Foot Golf Club, check them out if you haven't. Great place to play, beautiful course, fun times, challenging holes there if you take it seriously like we do for, well, at least the first few. There's a handoff, first play of the fourth quarter, and that is number 21. He dives for the end zone, and he's down before getting in, and we got, I think that's Clark down again with another cramp in that right leg. That's the one he was holding up the last time.
Runner was stopped at the 1 yard line.
So Clark down again, getting looked at, and I believe it was that cramp once again hitting that right leg. Those are no fun, I can tell you from experience. If you ever played sports like basketball, football, you know, a lot of running, a lot of intensity, you're going to get those in the calf, and boy, they're not fun. I've described it as it feels like you're getting bit by a snake.
Number 33 Clark was shaken up on that last play. So it'll be first and goal from the 1.
So first and goal from the 1 for Purchase Line. That last carry was Victor Bartlebaugh, number 21, getting in there, his first carry of the evening. And now Purchase Line looking to punch it in and possibly put the final dagger into the Wolves tonight. Oh, you're good. I wasn't making that gesture for you. And Bartlebaugh takes the handoff, going right side around the corner, and he is in for the Red Dragons. Touchdown.
Touchdown. Bartlebaugh, Victor Bartlebaugh, number 21.
Well, Victor Bartlebaugh on the board for the Red Dragons. And that will, oh man, make it a pretty much insurmountable lead here for the Wolves unless they can strike quickly. I don't know, kid. I don't know Mrs. Bish. She just comes up and screams at me. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know where she is. Okay, thank you, sorry. That's all right.
It's all right, little number 9. He's intense.
He's intense. Man on a mission.
So they moved
Well, it
that
looks
ball
like,
back to the 6 yard line.
well, they take the touchdown off the board just a minute.
Nullified that touchdown.
Wolves down only 3 scores now and push backward. Is Chambers, he's trying to find some room, but he's going to lose yardage.
That was
So I never
5.
even saw a penalty
Chambers
flag come
carrying the
out.
ball.
I saw the official closest to the play signal touchdown. There was a stoppage, and pushed back out to the 6-yard line. So it was 2nd and goal from the 1, went back out to the 6, had to be a procedural penalty against Purchase Line. So clock rolling, 10:42 left here in the 4th quarter. So Wolves, if they can get a stop right here, force a turnover, still have some breath in those lungs, certainly have some fight in their gut trying to come back. It's been all Purchase Line so far tonight. Wolves have shown a couple of sparks here and there, but nothing sustained. Chambers in motion. Elick fakes the handoff to Chambers. Elick up the middle, and he
going up the middle.
dives forward, but he's ultimately stopped short. So that's going to bring it up 4th and goal from the 2, it looked like. Well, no, they're going to spot it down
Also in there was Dalbert Rankin.
right at the 5. Wow, they called him down before I thought he was down. So,
From the 5.
hey, 4th and goal from the 5. If you're Purchase Line, you gotta think punching it in right now is gonna end this game. But you can't turn the ball over and allow the Wolves to start going the other way with momentum. We'll see what the call is here from the sideline. Elick. Play clock down to 10. 9:25 left. And they will let it wind the whole way down
I have the final winner for tonight's
and take a timeout.
ticket number.
So with 9:18 left
Cravener.
here in regulation, Wolves trailing
Next week we'll give away another 2,000.
the Red Dragons 21-0. 4th and goal coming up for Purchase Line at the 5. See if they send out Mountain to try a field goal. That would be the smart play. And then you make it a 4-score game. Well, I guess it would still be 3 if you got the 2-point conversion every time. But see if they go for that touchdown, then you're really looking at a 4-score game. 9:18 left on the game clock. Feel free to jump around the network. Other games on tap tonight. Freeport and Quaker Valley. Freeport making the long trip down to Quaker Valley tonight. Last year, I believe it was 61-7 the Yellow Jackets beat the Quakers. And trying to return the favor down there at their side. And also on the network tonight, Armstrong hosting Newcastle at the half. That was 19-11. Newcastle in front. Armstrong, I think, hung 48 on Newcastle last year. Caden Olson had a huge game. Obviously, Caden now at University of Pennsylvania. Quarterback there for the Quakers. And the final game,
So it'll be third
aside from this one,
quarter.
Highlands hosting Chartiers Valley. Highlands was in the lead at last check. See if the Golden Rams can start out 3-0. Elick rolling to his right, looking for a receiver. He's got a man diving for the tackle and unable to come up with it.
Pass was complete
Was
to
Clark,
Jalen Robertson.
and Robertson into the end zone again. Elick strikes for his 3rd touchdown pass of the night. 2 of them have gone to Chambers and 1 now to Robertson. Excuse me, he dropped one earlier in the game. That's why it was in my head that he had the ball in the end zone. But his first touchdown catch of the night, Elick's 3rd touchdown pass. And Mountain
Number 25.
coming in
Will attempt to kick the extra
to
point.
attempt the extra point. You see Clark again on that outside, but is he creeping in? He's trying to read that snap. He is. Clark taking off, and it's blocked again. That one up the middle. And I think that was Peg, got a hand on that one, the big boy. Number 74, just sticking that big mid up.
So with 9:11 to go in the ball game, it's a Red
That
Dragons
was indeed
27,
Blake Pegg.
Wolves 0.
The 6'1", 320-pound senior coming right up the gut and smacking that ball out of the air. So that makes it 27-0. Purchase Line in the lead. Final 9 minutes and 11 seconds here in regulation. Get that score corrected for you here. Checking out some other things. Trying to get you some out-of-town scores. We'll do that after we correct the scoreboard on this game and the quarter. 27-0 purchase line in the fourth quarter here at West Shamokin. You're watching High Top Sports Network. Josh Rettengost alongside Stephanie Hayes for this one. Purchase line
Number 25 will kick off for the Red Dragons.
trying to stay undefeated. Wolves coming off a loss at United Valley last week. So West Shamokin, after hammering Penns Manor in the first game of the season, in danger of falling to 1-2 on the year. And checking in on the Riverhawks and Red Hurricanes. Oh, Armstrong has come back in spectacular fashion, now up 32-19 on Newcastle. Looks like the Riverhawks just scored a touchdown. Extra point by Hunter Reed, up and good to make it 33-19. Riverhawks now lead by a couple of touchdowns in that one. And checking in on Highland Chartiers Valley. Highlands up by a couple scores there in the fourth quarter as that kickoff bounces to Swartz. Swartz trying to stay on his feet, powering forward. Takes 7 Red Dragons to get him on the turf. And finally checking in, Freeport 38, Quaker Valley 6.
So it'll be first and 10 Wolves.
Feel bad for those guys down there. Looks like they're shooting through the press glass, the press box glass. Never fun. It's always hard to do. Trust me, I've done it lots of times, and it's about impossible to get a good look on the screen. So sometimes you're at the mercy of your environment, and those guys down there, we got Sam Goldberg and Cole Brennan on that broadcast, doing their best, shooting through the glass. Had to do it last week at Aliquippa. Here's Boer, fires, and a nice catch right above the turf. Give that completion. Andrew Plavy, and he was on his backside there, but still able to get those hands out and make a grab. Plavy's catch makes it a second and about 4, yeah, 4-ish. Second and 4 for the Wolves. Boer rolling to his right, immediate pressure, and he throws into traffic. Nearly picked off again. That pressure came right up the middle. Number 58, Ethan Bartlebaugh, the sophomore outside linebacker, getting in there, and then Boer just tried to get rid of it. And John Hughes, not the director, nearly made that pick. So that's going to make it 3rd and 3. West Shamokin with 8:09 left in regulation, trailing by 27 here. And Boer pulls it down, tries to run. Oh, that hand was up high by Robertson. I can't believe didn't get a face mask call or a hit to the head. That was, I mean, he had a hand on a helmet right there. I don't know what else you can call that. Not allowed to make contact with the head, and also not allowed to grab the face mask, so it was one or the other. And no penalty called, though, on purchase line. So facing a 4th and 4 now from midfield. The Wolves got to make a play right here. Boer in the shotgun. Swartz out slot right. Boer looking for Swartz. That one sails over everyone. Lands at about the 35. So a turnover on downs here for the Wolves. Purchase line going to have the ball at midfield. And a lot of the West Shamokin faithful getting up and
So they'll have 1st and 10 from right
going to be
in
making their
midfield.
way toward the exits. Why isn't this? I'm getting annoyed. Trying to save something and it's just not working. That happens sometimes with this technology. Well, would not be surprised to see a heavy dose of Bartlebaugh in the backfield there. Elick still in. No, I'm sorry that Elick is not in.
That's number 21.
Bartlebaugh takes the carry.
Bartlebaugh carrying the ball. Derek Liebarger, number 15, first man.
Liebarger
off
in
the
there
tackle.
on the tackle. Liebarger has had a solid game defensively. Called his name
No gain.
several
So it'll
times
be
tonight.
2nd and 10.
So the quarterback in right now for the Red Dragons. I thought it was Elick because he had a number 40, a number in the 40s, as Elick does. He's number 45, but that is Elick. Okay. Thought that was like 41 or something in the last play. Who knows? Maybe my mind is playing tricks on me. 6:15 left, 2nd and 10. Purchase line, little pitch, and there's small, staying in bounds wisely right there after he picks up the first down.
Small, number 4, carrying the ball.
And that was a smart move there by Small to keep it in bounds.
Hunter Blinger, number 6, made the tackle. As Purchase Line sent a whole new team in with 5:54 to go in the ball game.
So the starters come off to a rousing round of applause there from the Purchase Line faithful across the way in the visitors' bleachers. I hear some cowbells still hanging here at West Shamokin, and a flag comes in. That looks like a hold
Carrying the ball.
on Purchase Line, and that'll stop the clock.
Holding is the call as there was a penalty on the play, and it's against Purchase Line.
Well, that penalty will push the Red Dragons back 10 yards.
The new quarterback in, Ian Layden, is number 22 for the Red Dragons.
So there is a new quarterback in for Purchase Line right now, number 22, Ian Layden. Layden fakes the pitch, take it himself,
Quarterback on a keeper. He
goes
picked a
up
couple
the middle,
yards.
grabs a few yards
Down
right
to the
there, tackled
44-yard line.
by the Wolves, and
Will
that'll
bring up 2nd down.
continue to run that clock.
So it'll be 2nd and 17 to go. The ball is on the 44-yard line.
Clock winding all the way down to 4 minutes, 30 seconds left here in regulation. And it looks like Purchase Line gonna hang on for their 3rd victory of the season. And that handoff goes to number 8, Slay.
Number 8 carrying the ball.
Gonna have the tackle right there. Slay, another big night tackling ball carrier. That was Seth France
Isaac Slay, number 50.
for the
made
Red
tackle
Dragons.
to have the ball on the 41-yard line, where it'll be 3rd and 14 to go for the first down. 4 minutes to go in the ball game.
So the story of this evening, the quarterback play, really impressed with the senior for the Red Dragons, John Elick. He did it all, and he did it all very efficiently.
Edwards, number 24, carrying the ball.
He guided the Red Dragons
Kimmel, number 40,
down the
moved
field
tackle.
via the run, via the pass. He stood in, made some throws from the pocket, made some throws on the run.
First down.
Elick always finding the open man, it seems. It didn't look like he threw into traffic very often tonight. He missed a few times high early in the game, but settled down and completed the pass when he needed to, especially coming out of the locker room in the second half. And Elick also doing a fair amount of damage on the ground for the Red Dragons. He's had a really nice night, and you got to give credit also to Brock Small, the running back. He had a long touchdown run, 33 yards, I believe. There's the punt away, and it bounces. It hits a purchase line player. I don't know why. I don't know why you grab it right there. It hit number 14, and you just let that go. The ball's down. But the return man, I can't see the number back there. The return man for West Shamokin jumped on the ball after it hit the coverage man, Owen Misko. And that's just, that's just a mental mistake right there, because that hits purchase line. It should be down on contact. And they're going to get a timeout to discuss this.
We have a timeout. Well, we have
2:38 left here.
timeout. I'd like to thank our
West Shamokin
clock
trailing
operator,
27 to
one of the
nothing.
best in the state, Aaron Seitler. Also, the time clock operator, Rita Bish. They both do a great job. But the man that does the best job up here is my spotter, Red Polinsky. He sure makes my job easy. I love announcing, but if it wasn't for Red, I'd have a hard time.
I hope you folks are hearing that.
Thank you, Red.
You not often when the public address announcer will thank everybody around him. Usually those guys, they like the glory. They like the voice out there, but very thankful here.
And don't forget, next Friday night, 7 o'clock
at the
time,
Wolves' Den.
It'll be homecoming. We'll have the crowning.
Homecoming next week here at West Shamokin.
Halftime.
Is that early? Or they've been doing it early now, right? It wasn't like that when we were in school, was it? It was like the last game. Well, Steph and I are old, but she's older than me, folks. The oldest of the grandkids.
Not by much.
Not by much, but still by enough. But yeah, when we were in high school, oh so long ago, last century, yeah, it was always like the last home game, right? Was homecoming. Now they do it early in the season. It's crazy. Kids are doing proposals for homecoming. You see it on social media. It's wild. Never would have thought of something like that in the 90s.
Cameron Wilson, number 20, carrying the ball.
I don't even remember asking anybody to go to homecoming.
Sean Marsh,
Like, I'll see you there.
on the tackle for the Red Dragons.
So 2:20 left.
We'll bring up a second down. We'll give him 3 on the carry. We'll make it 2nd and 7 to go. The ball is on the 17-yard line.
Ball on the West Shamokin 17. It's going to be 2nd and 7 as the clock approaches 2 minutes left in regulation. Got a ladybug on the computer. Boing! Fly, ladybug, fly. High Top Sports Network would like your feedback. We are going to get a mascot. He might be the mascot. Got a cat yesterday. His name's Cruz, as in O'Neill, not Tom.
Carrying the ball, and he's stopped
But
by
we're looking at a pig.
Bobovich.
What do you think? Kenny
They'll
Piggott.
bring up a 3rd down.
Tell me that's not great.
That's awesome.
High Top Sports Network mascot. We've already had some names submitted from some of our viewers and sponsors. One of our great sponsors, Tim Toy at the We Serve First Foundation, said that we should call him Sneaker, which I thought was a good idea because the logo of High Top Sports Network is a sneaker. And that would be great for a pig. You could call him Sneaker the Squeaker or something like, pigs, how they squeak and squeal. But we want to keep it Pittsburgh themed, so we're looking at Kenny Piggott.
I like it.
Kenny Piggott.
Osterling.
Incompletion right there will bring up 4th down. 1:08 left here at the Wolves' Den. And West Shamokin faithful have hit the exits. Well, some of them are still here, of course. I never like to leave early. You know that.
Matt always stays so late.
Matt always stays. That's why I respect him and love him, even though he didn't come up here tonight. Since
Number 2, Lou
he was
Swartz back to
one
front.
on the list after Logan, but just kidding. You're number 1.
That's right.
Done a great job tonight, Steph. I'm serious. Thank you for coming up here and helping me out.
Anytime.
So the Wolves going to punt it away. They take a, well, no, that's not a delay of game. What's the,
Penalty flag down.
might be on the sideline. Oh, boy. And I don't know if Coach McCullough is going to like that if it's on his sideline because it was right there. The official tossed the flag. We counting guys on the field, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, purchase line. Definitely an extra guy on the field. So that's going to, I believe, push it up 5 yards. No, what are they doing? Why'd he throw the flag? Oh. All right, purchase line finally walking back 5 yards. So that's going to make it a 4th and 1.
Against the Red Dragons.
Maybe Coach McCullough decides to go for it here. Doesn't look like it. Punt formation still out there for the Wolves. Lou Swartz back deep. Lou Swartz, got to wonder if he's 100% healthy, not playing his normal role of taking those direct snaps at the quarterback position. Tonight, Swartz, easily his lowest offensive output of the season as he boots that one away. Taken by number 2 of the Red Dragons. He slips a couple of tackles and finally brought down. Decent return there by Sean Marsh, sophomore wide receiver, and
Caleb Kimmel, number 40,
the Dragons take over with 56 seconds
So the
remaining
officials have it spotted
on the game clock.
48-yard line with 56 seconds to go in the ball game.
So that's just going to probably do it for us here, Steph. Don't think Coach McCullough is going to burn any timeouts in this stage of the game. A tough loss for West Shamokin tonight. Just could never get it going, and that's what I was saying. Maybe Lou Swartz, after taking a pounding those first 2 games, maybe just not at 100%. I don't know. He threw the ball very well when he hit Ezra
The Red Dragons
down the
just
field,
take
but
a knee.
not a lot of carries out of Lou tonight. Couple of pitches to him. I'll bet he was under 10 carries for the game. And that is certainly not a Lou Swartz total. Got to wonder that pounding. I asked Coach McCullough at the beginning of the season, I said, is there any worry or hesitation about using Lou so much? And he said, nope, no worries. He takes care of his body. He knows how to recover. But, boy, those first 2 games, especially last week against United Valley, I think he carried 27 times. Penns Manor, he carried over 30
And
times.
that'll wind it down.
That's a lot of punishment for a young man to take, no matter how well he takes care of himself. And that'll do it, a final here at West Shamokin. Purchase line 27. West Shamokin 0. Wolves fall to 1-2 on the season, while the Red Dragons stay undefeated. 3-0 this year for purchase line, and big plays tonight all over the field for the Red Dragons. And our High Top Sports Network player of the game. I talked about Elick and how he ran the show tonight and how he made plays when he needed to make plays, but all over the field was senior wide receiver, defensive back, running back. He was everywhere. Austin Chambers, going to be our High Top Sports Network player of the game for this one. Chambers, a couple of touchdown catches, also an interception in this game. So the Wolves head to their locker room in defeat. Tough night here in the home opener for West Shamokin, as the coaches shake hands at midfield. Good sportsmanship there. We'd like to thank once again our sponsors, Carson Boyer Funeral Home and Monuments. Of course, Phoenix Physical Therapy, Rural Valley and Katanning, and Birds Foot Golf Course. Get out to Birds Foot. You know the rates will be changing here. Summertime rates going to be dropping off. They have a great Sunday special, for a Steelers game. You go out there, sit out on the porch, have the game on, maybe a couple of beverages, then you go smack some balls around. So check them out on Sundays and also Tuesdays at Bird's Foot, non-league day. Rates are lower, don't have to worry about it being crowded up by the leagues. It's actually really fun to play on Tuesdays. It's usually pretty wide open. You can kind of get in there according to your schedule, and that's sometimes tough to do on a popular golf course like Bird's Foot. So check them out Tuesdays and Sundays. You can download the app. That'll help you keep track of your scores and your handicap, and also has a GPS on it, which is helpful. So very cool things going on at Bird's Foot Golf Club. You can check them out right off the Route 28 exit, Slate Lick, in 3 minutes from that exit. So convenient, well located, great course, very well taken care of, and they've taken care of us here at High Top Sports Network. So thanks to Bird's Foot for being a sponsor of all of our broadcasts this fall here on HTSN. Well, if there are still some other games going on, feel free to jump around on High Top Sports Network, but that's going to do it for myself and Stephanie Hayes. Thanks to Cousin Steph for helping me out once again tonight. Did a great job in your camera debut. And, put that one in Logan's ear a little bit. He's got some competition. That's going to do it for us here on High Top Sports Network. Remember to tune in next week. Got some volleyball on deck, and, of course, Friday Night Lights every week until the regular season is over. And, hey, depends on who makes the playoffs, but we did some playoff games last year, plan on doing it again this year. You can check us out on social media. Just search High Top Sports on Facebook. Of course, you can visit the website, hightopsportsnetwork.com, or find us on Twitter at hightop_sports. And we also have an Instagram at High Top Sports Network. Recapping the final score once again, purchase line Red Dragons 27, West Shamokin Wolves 0. That'll do it from New Mine, Pennsylvania. For Stephanie Hayes, my name is Josh Schreckengoss, saying to you,